Hello. Oh dear. Feedback there. That wasn't very good, was it? Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, this is the final part. 4 hours to go. Part 6 of this crazy thing that we've been doing. So we have another sponsor for this hour. So let me read the blurb. Bearings Plus, our ancestor. Thank you very much for sponsoring this hour. We supply parts, tools, clothing, and PPE to the industrial, commercial, and agricultural world for anything that moves. We have a large shop on Elliott Road, Love Lane, Cirencester, full of stock. We have hundreds of customers already. We are always looking for new ones. Our strap line is keeping industry and agriculture turning. www.bearingsplus.co.uk. Call 01285 643 443. And thank you very much to Bearings Plus. Thank you, Buzz, for your very kind donation. And yeah, we're at, I think it's 1,167 last time I looked. Oh, excuse me. At actually, let me have a quick shufty, because maybe it has changed before we bring our next wonderful guest in. Sorry, 1,150 we're at now. So we're looking at 2,300 in total for the two charities. So thank you so much. Still looking at maybe what we're going to do for that last hour, to see if I can get my hat off. It may not happen, but who knows? It depends on how much money we make in the next 3 hours, or 4 hours, I should say, because it is now coming up to 4 o'clock. That was almost like a proper radio thing, and the time is coming up to 4 o'clock, and here is the news. And no, it's still not 4 o'clock, and the time is now. I'm going to try and be very professional, and I'm going to bring Stu in right at 4 o'clock. So the time is coming up to 4 o'clock, and still not. Come on, change. What? I don't even know what the time is. Anyway, let's bring Stu in. Hello. I couldn't be asked in the end.
Fair enough. I was wondering who you had on when you said your next awesome guest or whatever it was.
Oh, right. It was only going to be you.
I've got my time wrong.
You are Superman. You are Superman. Look.
It's true. It's true.
It is true.
How you going?
I'm going all right. It's fine. We're on the last stretch now. This is the 6th and final segment, the last 4 hours. So it's all gravy now, I feel.
Good. I mean, I was going to have a nap, but you ruined that. So,
how was your sleep last night? Was it nice? A nice, soft, comfortable bed? Was it lovely?
It was lovely. It was lovely.
Was it?
I'm glad I wasn't like sitting up podcasting or anything like that.
I bet. I've even got my compression socks on because I knew I was going to be sat down for like 24 hours. So I had to make sure I didn't get deep vein thrombosis. I just had to make sure that everything, Corey says, hope you get plenty of sleep today. Well, 4 hours time, Corey, 4 hours time.
You're going to hit that overtired wall. You're going to be annoying the shit out of your life. I may well do. Well,
I've got some fish and chips coming at 7 o'clock. So courtesy of one of our sponsors, the wonderful Friar Tuck in Cirencester. So last year I started tucking into it in the last hour, and I feel that was a mistake. I feel I need to just leave it and savor it like at 1 minute past 8, rather than stuffing my face full of chips in the last hour when I should be just keeping my brain on the fact that we need to, let's get this last hour done. But we're not there yet.
No,
we're not there. So, but the one thing was good. I went for a walk this morning that really gave me, like, I'm full of beans now.
Right.
So it's definitely helped that last 12 hours. I'm at the point now that it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? I'm at that point now. It'd be stupid for me to say, what's the point of me saying, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. That's it. I've had enough. I'm 4 hours. I've done 20 hours. So 4 more hours is like you know, a Thanos snap, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, it's yeah, like I say, you're probably going to hit that second wind in a minute and just be up all night, be like, "Do you want to watch this? Let's watch this. Let's watch all the James Bond films in one night.
Yeah, let's watch Lord of the Rings extended editions. Come on, let's do it." So how
Double
are you?
Speed, we can get the Hobbit in.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, how are you? I only saw you last week, so it's like, you know.
You did, yeah.
How are you since I last saw you?
Oh, you know, better. You know, had a week to recover, so
That's true. Me too. Things were so bad after seeing you. I decided to stay up for 24 hours. That's how shocked I were. And
I haven't slept since.
No, haven't you? I know the feeling.
It's like the podcast equivalent of The Girl from the Ring.
Yes.
Been living in fear for 7 days.
Yes, indeed. Now we have got the 60-second pub quiz to do, which I've been doing with everybody that I've spoken to today. Right. So the league table stands as thus. Josh from Just the Films and that has literally just taken the lead with 8 correct scores in 60 seconds. And then Joe J has 7. And then we have, let me see, Kim and Liz on 6, Tim Downey on 5, and then a few people on 4, a few people on 3. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on 0.
Right.
So just to let you know,
soon to be 6.
Just to let you know, I feel like you've got a pretty good knowledge of stuff.
Well, I have until somebody asked me about it.
Well, this is it. I've said a million times over the last 20 hours that it's only hard if you don't know the answer.
Exactly.
But that's like a really stupid
it's like
thing to say.
Watching the chase and being on the chase, I imagine.
I think so, yeah.
When you're sitting there at home all high and mighty, being like, how did you not get that right, you dumb shit?
Yeah, exactly. So I reckon let's get the quiz out the way.
Right, okay.
And then we can just chat bullshit about anything you want. So, right, I'm going to flick through the book. You tell me to stop. That's going to be the page that we're going to look at. Okay, ready?
Yep. Stop.
Okay. Now I need you to give me A or B.
Ooh, let's start A.
A. Okay, so the subject is battle stations.
Oh, Christ. B.
A bit too late there. Oh, yeah, looking at some of these answers, I think Josh is safe for the moment. Okay. The time starts when the lady tells us it does, okay? Here we go.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, who led the British forces in the first Battle of El Alamein?
Kevin Bacon.
No, close. It was Oldschlenk. Number 2, where was the peace treaty signed after the Korean War?
Seoul.
Panmunjom.
Yeah.
I only know that from Billy Joel's song. What was the only place in India attacked by foreign forces in World War I?
Old Trafford.
Madras. Number 4, which dams were destroyed by bouncing bombs in 1943?
Balls. The town from Footloose.
Moan and Adair. Which Norwegian leader aided the 1940 invasion of his country through non-resistance?
Kevin Costner.
It's Viduk Quidling. I mean, come on, how can you not know that? Which part of his body did Lord Raglan lose at Waterloo?
Left testicle.
His right arm.
Damn, I was so close.
And I took a breath for that question, so I will carry on. Who was the commander of the U.S. forces in the Pacific from March 1942?
I feel like I should know this. Homer Simpson.
Oh, correct. Well done. No,
yes.
It was MacArthur. So, Stu, that you got the donut. You got the donut there.
It's all right. I like a donut.
That's fine. There's been
battle stations. Who has a book with quiz questions on battle stations?
To be fair, I mean, this is the quiz book that I use for like the work Christmas quiz that I do every year. And the book I bought this year wasn't this book, but the questions were 5 times as bad as the ones you just had. Everybody was complaining. And I said, look, I'm just reading the questions. I don't write these questions. Some of them were like terrible. So unlucky, mate.
Yeah, I'd burn that book. You're going to tell me I was like 2 pages away from the film page, right?
I mean, let me see. Let's see if I can find battle stations. And again, oh, there it is, battle stations. So let's have a look. So the next page, it was albums.
Ah, see, I might have done
And the
right
page before that was quiz and games.
Maybe. But I got battle stations.
You got battle stations.
What was B on that page?
Potluck. So each double
gone B.
page spread is either like a specialized subject or potluck. So potluck could be anything from who is the elder, Tony Blair or Pierce Brosnan?
Pierce Brosnan.
Tony Blair. You're really not good at this game. What is a
Look,
killick?
I haven't had my Saturday afternoon nap. All right.
That's true. No, you're absolutely right.
You clearly can't appreciate the importance of getting a decent night's sleep.
I know. I don't even remember. I can't even remember what sleep is now. I honestly, I think you don't. You close one eye and
Something
hop
like that.
around. Isn't that what sleep is? I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. What is a killick?
Yeah, I don't want to play this game anymore.
Okay. I'm quite happy to do that. So
I'd rather be like on a 0 or in the top. You don't want to be middling.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because I got 2.
Nothing against Tim, but who wants to be a 4?
No, I got 2 when I had my go, and it feels that it's just so insignificant.
I mean, at least Tim's got Clem Fandango's mate going for him, but
that's right. I mean, the thing is, Tim was top of the table for a long, long time. Until Joe this morning at 9 o'clock took that away from him, and then like I say, then obviously
nice and fresh in the day, though, isn't it?
That is true. But they'd been on the champagne, the girls this morning at 9 o'clock. So
perhaps that's what did it.
Fair play to them for that. And then obviously, like I say, Josh has just blown everybody out of the water. So
what was Josh's questions on?
I think they were potluck. Yeah, I think they were potluck. Yeah. But he whizzed through them, absolutely whizzed through them.
And he's got a better film podcast, so you know.
You know, what can I say about that? I feel I can't. I feel we're all friends together. I don't want to. That's a cool mug.
Pav,
that's a cool mug you got there. Not changing the subject, but that is a cool mug. Where did you get that from?
Disneyland Paris.
No.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
In the Adventureland, in the store that had the Indiana Jones stuff. It's like, what, 5-6 years ago I bought it, mind.
Oh, right. So, yeah, we went in December. I never saw any mugs. I would have had one of those, that's for sure.
My wife was like, what are you going to drink out of it? I was like, everything.
Yeah. I mean, that is a hefty mug.
If that mug breaks, I'm like, you know.
That, mate, fucking nuclear war could happen and that mug isn't going to break. Look at the size of it. I don't
know.
Hefty...
There's been a couple of times where I've almost thought I'm going to catch it as I take it out of the cupboard or something.
Oh, really?
I should have bought 2. I should have had a safety one.
You should have done, yeah. I got my big Duff mug from like Disney World. No, Disney. It's Universal, isn't it? Simpsons. But yeah, it's that's a nice mug. I like that. Oh, I wish I'd seen that. Anyway. So what's happening then, man? Come on, what's going on? Did you say you had a quiz for me, didn't you, or something, or did you not bother?
I got a movie challenge thing. I didn't know how flagging you'd be at this point. So
no, yeah, I like the fact that you went to the trouble to even make a tin for it and everything.
I did everything. I mean, professionally
printed out stuff. I mean, that is amazing.
It may look like one you could have bought in Sainsbury's at Christmas, but yeah, it's all mine.
Fair play. Thank you very much for doing that for us.
Although it's all a mess inside. Look.
Oh dear.
But yeah, no, I'm all good. Thank you. Just finished work. I've got 2 weeks off now.
Oh, lucky you.
Much to the annoyance of my wife.
Yeah. Have you got anything planned? Are you doing anything or?
No, not well. We might go to the Film and Sci-Fi Museum in Milton Keynes. It does mean going to Milton Keynes, though. No offense to anybody from Milton Keynes listening.
You do know that's our core audience, Milton Keynes. If you look at our Apple analytics, it's like 89% Milton Keynes.
That's it.
That's it. He doesn't mean that, Milton Keynes.
One guy in the Philippines.
Yeah, for some reason. That was the one we used to be.
Milton Keynes is lovely, but because it was designed by a computer, I mean, last time we went, we didn't have sat nav, so it was relying on maps. But every house looks the same.
Oh,
so have we been past this street or not?
Oh God, I think we've ever been to Milton Keynes. Oh, Milton Keynes Bowl is there, isn't it?
We went to see
in the name. Yeah.
Before we were married, I got my wife tickets to see Robbie Williams.
It wasn't the night that Ant and Dec were there, was it?
No, it was Top Loader and ABC. ABC were amazing.
Right.
In case Top Loader are listening, I'm going to reserve comment.
Right. We went to that, and well, Ant and Dec weren't a warm-up act. They came on as like part of the show.
Right.
And all of a sudden they started singing "Let's Get Ready to Rumble," and the crowd went mental. It was crazy.
They just can't leave that song alone, can they?
I know, but it was really weird, and it wasn't one of Robbie Williams' best performances. I must admit, he looked very tired.
See, he was really good when we saw him. I'm not, okay. I can take or leave some Robbie, but I mean, he was still doing the. You order this one.
If we're measuring, at least we got to see Ant and Dec. Okay, right. No, I think you won. I think you won.
Who hasn't seen Ant and Dec by this?
Exactly. Especially bloody Let's Get Ready to Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's in your tin?
What's in my tin? It's movie questions. So
right. Okay.
Hang on. You've got different topics. So, like I say, it's all gone a bit of a mess. My kids have been in this.
Right. They thought it was chocolates, didn't they?
They probably did. To be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know how good these questions are actually.
We'll soon find out.
I'll find some good ones, but yeah. What's been going on with you? I really enjoyed the stand-up comedians episode.
Thank you. Yeah.
Shocking behaviour of a quiz a trophy giver, isn't it?
Yeah.
That episode.
That was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm not sure I'd have gone up and accepted it. I'd have just left.
Yeah, but I think because she was obviously looking forward to the night and travelled all the way from bloody, Gloucestershire or whatever. I think it was piss poor, really. But the one thing about Keris is I can't wait for her book to come out because she's got some stories to tell. I'm sure the stuff that she was telling us during the episode is nothing, I think, compared to the stuff that that she's witnessed and that she's been part of on the scene of the comedian circuit. I think there's some stories to tell on that.
Yeah, it's one of those things you like hearing about. I don't know if I'd want to be part of it.
Yeah, that's right. I think you need to be cut from a certain cloth to survive.
As glamorous as the rock and roll lifestyle looks like, it's just like, nah, I'd quite like to just be at home in bed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, home in bed. That sounds lovely.
I would love to do a gig, but it's pointless. So
Exactly. And you want a cup of tea at the end of the night, and you don't want to.
Well, I don't drink tea, but yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I take your
tea or snorting coke off a prostitute's ass crack. Which do you want?
I think we know.
I think we do.
That's why I don't drink tea anymore.
Hey. Oh dear.
Trouble is, though, you just can't get decent crack. So
hey, he's on fire today. I
got a ding.
The crowd are going wild, and I think round of applause as well. I mean, that was a winner of a joke.
But yeah, still, it's. But yeah, no. Otherwise, yeah, I'm all good. I'm ticking on. Sorry, I'm a bit tired too. So.
Are you?
It's been a day at work. So.
Has it? Has it been a day? Is it?
It has, but I've not been sitting up for 24 hours. So. So did you sleep before you started this, or you going fresh from a day at work?
I had about an hour and a half. Well, I had Thursday and Friday off work because I did that last year, and it seemed to get myself settled and ready to do it. I had I stayed up till about midnight on Thursday night, and then the plan was to stay in bed a little bit later Friday, but ended up taking my grandson to school. Went and had a walk because I wanted to make sure that I had got my walk in. Came home, did a few things, and then I think I went to sleep about 1:30 till about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I've officially sort of been up since 4. So by the time we finished, then I would have been up 28 hours. And I've got some fish and chips coming at 7 o'clock, like I said.
Nice.
But I'm going to leave that. So I'll probably get into bed 8:30, 9 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
And then just treat it like a normal night, I think, and get up as normal tomorrow, I think. But I've got Monday off as well, so I've got a couple of days to get myself back into the swing of things. So that's nice.
I miss the days where I could stay up to like 4 o'clock in the morning, have a couple of hours sleep, and just be like I'd slept for hours.
Yeah. I used to be like that all the time, especially weekends. But now I wake up in the morning and I can't wait for like 8:15 to turn around when I can go to bed, because I'm literally in bed at 8, half 8, listening to a Carry On film and falling asleep. That's my life now.
QI is the way to go if you want to fall asleep. Apart from the music seems to be louder than the questions.
Oh, right.
So you're just drifting off, and then it's like doom doom.
Oh my god, yeah. No, that cardiac arrest in bed. You don't want that.
Got pissy a couple of times when that happens.
Yeah, you're all right with Carry On that. The only sort of loud thing is Sid James. That's it. Yeah, or the occasional boop kind of whistle or something. That's the only thing you have to sort of deal with. Oh dear.
But yeah, so what else has been going on during this then? Because I'm assuming people haven't been. Well, you might have had some people for the full 24 hours.
Yeah, the only time I didn't have anybody was, let me see. There was some. Julie was due to join me last night from 9:30 till 10, but she wasn't feeling very well, because I had Ruth Bratt, who has been in People Just Do Nothing, and Derek and Man Down, but she could only do 9 till 9:30. So I sort of had somebody else who was going to fill in for the other half hour, but she couldn't make it, so that was fine. I did my hour of song requests for donations, which was really nice. It went really well. And then 7 o'clock this morning was the other time that I didn't have anybody else. So after that, every hour has been filled with someone to talk to.
Cool.
We've only had maybe one time when somebody that I was talking to, it didn't work. Their audio didn't quite work. But apart from that,
that's what happened during that quiz. I couldn't hear any of the questions.
Yeah, is that what it was? Should we do it again? But this restream that I'm using is a pretty good bit of kit.
Yeah, I've not used this before. I've never done a stream. I always keep thinking I should maybe stream an episode, but I don't know. Can't edit out the controversy then, can you?
Yeah, it's clever in the fact that you can, like, I've paid for it for 1 month. I wasn't going to say that out loud in case they cut the stream off, because they don't realize I'm not going to keep it going. But it means that you can share to like 5 different different Facebook pages, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. But it only goes every 4 hours.
Yeah.
So the stream will carry. So the stream's been going for 20 hours and 32 minutes. But Facebook, I think Facebook and Twitter only lets you stream for 4 hours and then it cuts it off.
Yeah. So you have to keep re-uploading.
Yeah, you got to toggle it off and then toggle it back on again, which is a bit of a pain, because if you've got a few people watching, all of a sudden then it cuts off and then people just sort of swan away. But
yeah,
but no, but to be fair, let's have a look. What was it? We're at £1,150
nice
for the Stroke Association, so that's roughly going to be the same for Cancer Relay for Life. So what's that? £2,300 at the moment. Way more than I thought it was going to be. I had £1,000 as a target for each. So we've hit that. We've still got 4 hours to go. I did notice that somebody else has just made a donation. So I'm well chuffed with that. So whatever happens now is extra, considering what I thought it was going to be.
So you almost got enough to cover my appearance fee.
Almost. I may have to dip into my pocket for a couple of hundred, but I feel that we've got the majority of it.
Good. I mean, I'll donate it straight back to the charity, obviously. But...
Well, that's very kind of you. Minus an admin fee, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
That's only like 1,500. So.
Look, I said at the start, I'd be happy if we got £100 for each charity because of things that are going on. So if that ends up what it is, I feel like I've broken even. I feel like we're all right.
It's incredibly impressive, man.
Well, or incredibly stupid, and I feel like I actually said to
you get fish and chips out of it. So
that's.
I mean, let's be honest. That's the real reason you've done this. Isn't it?
I know.
I want fish and chips, but I can't be bothered to pay.
I said to my missus last night, I was sat on the sofa at 6:30, and I looked at her and I said, it's not too late to say no, I'm not going to do it now, is it? She goes, well, it is probably, so you got half an hour and a half before you go live.
She was like, I got plans, so yeah, it is too late.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit too late. I thought, oh shit, that's it now. I've got to do it now. But this morning I was like 7 o'clock. I went and had a wee, and I put my Be Back in the Mo video up, and I just sort of sat here, and then I just slowly my eyes started. And I was saying to a few people that like I didn't realize, but the video, it has a 10-minute like amount of time.
Yeah.
Once that runs out, it goes back to the live feed. So earlier on today, or I don't know when it was. I was busy here, just like having a cocktail sausage and a drink, and the next minute I'm looking up and I'm back on the screen. I'm like, oh shit! All right, hello everyone. And I just thought, if I'd have fallen asleep, that video would have run out, and I'd have been left there, and I wouldn't have heard any messages. I could have gone on for like 5 hours, and it had just have been my. And you can imagine waking up and it was like 1:30 in the afternoon. Ah, shit! Now what am I going to do? So luckily, I woke up and I thought, go for a walk, get 40-minute walk in, go at a good pace, and I did that. And since then, I've been like, okay, right, let's get this last bit done. But even then, I was looking at it thinking, geez, I've still got like 12 hours. I've still got 12 hours to do. So, but it's been amazing. The people that I've spoken to have been really, really good to talk to. I mean, obviously now it's a struggle, but it's been so good.
Thanks.
But that's what makes it easy, having someone different every hour to talk to, and just chatting crap, just it's not chatting about anything particular, and it's just been loads of fun. It really is. I think it should be law that everyone that wants to start a podcast should do a 24-hour podcast. I think just to see if you enjoy it. I just think it'd be good for you. So we'll put you in for like next week. I mean, you've got 2 weeks off. What a perfect time to do it.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, who wants to listen to me for 24 hours? I'm amazed people make it to the end of an episode. If I didn't have a guest on.
I have the same thing. Why would anybody? And why would anybody pay to then watch me for 24 hours? It's bad enough, isn't it? It's bad enough saying to someone, right, I'm going to be on your feed for 24 hours, all right? And you're going to pay me the privilege to do it, okay? It's ridiculous.
I'll probably get the money to switch it off.
I mean, I don't mind doing that.
As long as you get the money.
That. Yeah. And I have said that the last hour, I did it last year. Now, I never take my hat off, okay, for anybody. But I've said now, at the moment, like I say, we're at 1,150. I reckon if we don't make any more between now and then, I'm going to say, right, if we can get to 1,500, I'll take my hat off live on the stream. Now, I did it last year. I mean, and I can't remember what the amount was. But with like 14 minutes to go, somebody ended up putting the money in to hit this target. So I spent the last 14 minutes of last year with my hat off. And it's sort of like, I thought, a part of me was like, well, okay, we got there. It was only 14 minutes. So it wasn't like I had to spend an hour. So if I make something ridiculous, it's never going to get there. And my hat, my head will never be seen. It's only my wife that ever gets to see my head. I never take my hat off for anybody. So
Kevin Smith with his shirt.
Exactly, yeah. So we'll see where we are at 7 o'clock, because who knows?
I mean, now people want to know what's under the hat. That's just the big thing.
That's the trouble, mate. There's nothing under the hat. That's it. That's the problem.
Like a Gorbachev bird.
Yeah, no. I mean, that would, to be fair, I wouldn't mind that so much, because at least there was something.
The birthmark that's a cock and balls.
Again, I wouldn't mind that. Honestly, it's the fact that there's nothing there. That's the trouble. That's the sort of like the bane of my life, is the fact that there aren't any flowing locks. It's not. I haven't had a fringe for like 3 decades. It's sort of like, you'd just be nice. And the old Harry Hill joke is that I'm just using more soap now because I have more of my face to wash. So it's like, oh, woe is me. But anyway.
Dad, you don't want all this. Look.
Don't start. Come on. There's no need for that. No, is there? There's no
It's
need
a
to kick a
nightmare.
man when he's tired.
You got to clean it and brush it. And it's just not worth it.
It absolutely is worth it.
It's not. It's not. If I didn't have a weird shaped head.
But see, this is, and I'll tell you one thing that pisses me off more than anything else is somebody that has got luscious locks and they decide to have like a skinhead haircut.
Yeah.
They'll buzz cut it. I think, how dare you? How dare you do that when there are people that are follically challenged that would love to have hair, and I would grow it as long as I could. The trouble is, if I decided to do that now, I would just look like Danny DeVito. That's what I would be. I would be a British Danny DeVito. So there's no way I'm going to do that, because no one wins in that case.
Well, I don't know. Think of your OnlyFans.
Oh God. I tell you what, I'm very surprised over the last 20 hours how many times OnlyFans has come up as a conversation piece. It's been crazy.
It's because it's that weird thing we've all heard about, but nobody's actually looked at.
Absolutely. And I quite candidly, hand on heart, say that I have never signed or logged into OnlyFans. I've heard all the stories about all these women that make loads of money, but I've never seen anything or seen what people do on there. It's ridiculous.
Just use Neil's account. Just use Neil's account.
I will. I know his password. That's fine.
I've never logged in. But...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jane says bold is beautiful. Apparently, she says. Well, see, that doesn't sound like you fully committed to that, Jane. I must say. She giveth and she took away. Yeah, if she just said bold is beautiful, that's great. But apparently, I mean, I don't think it is. She's saying, but some people say it is. Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Dom. Hello, Buzz. Jane says too many named roundabouts in Milton Keynes. Okay. Okay, Liz. Hello, Brad. Hello, Sue. Hello, Emma. Hello, Chris. And hello, Michelle. Jane says, only joking. My hubby is bold. There you go. There you go, you see.
Does that prove it or not, though?
I don't know. I don't know whether it does. It wasn't a particularly compelling argument, Jane, I must admit, but there you go. Oh, dear. Right, let's have a drink. Do you want to do some questions?
Yes. Yeah. Do you want...
Come on.
Oh, movie name it or movie trivia?
Movie trivia.
Right.
Hello,
Battle
Jen,
Stations,
by the way.
It is.
Hello, Jen, over on Facebook. How you doing? Right then.
Right.
The quizzer is going to be quizzed.
Do you want to give yourself the 1 minute?
I mean, I can do. I think this is the third time I've gone against the clock, and I've done crap every single time. So I'm a good driver. I'm not a very good passenger, is what I'm going to do. Right, you tell me. You tell me when to press it.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. No, hang on, that's not. I need to move it over. Sorry about that. Right, here we go.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Which country was the 2017 movie Call Me by Your Name filmed? Or in which country?
Ireland.
Italy. What type of musician was the main character Joe, voiced by Jamie Foxx in the 2020 Disney movie Soul?
Jazz pianist.
He was a jazz pianist. Set in New York, what is the name of the 2021 movie adaptation of the Broadway musical by Hamilton writer Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Oh, God. Andrew Spider-Man face. And it's called I Got Jazz Hands.
No, In the Heights.
In the Heights.
Which actress starred as Aretha Franklin in the 2021 biography drama Respect?
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson. Yep. Who plays Will Ferrell's bandmate Sigrid in the 2020 movie Eurovision Song Contest: The Story of Fire Saga? The Story of Fire Saga.
Emily Bronte. I don't know.
Rachel McAdams.
Of course it is. See, 2 again. I got 2 last time.
These questions don't seem to go any further back than like 2020.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's sort of like where my memory goes back to anyway. So that is more than enough.
They've gone heavily on the recency bias.
Yes,
It's not,
I
I
think
haven't
so.
even come across a Kevin Costner question. It's not on, is it? But yeah.
Hello, Dan. Dan the man has joined us. Hello, Lisa.
Oh, no, there's a 1984 movie question.
Go on then. What year did the such and such film come out?
In the 1984 movie Ghostbusters, how many Ghostbusters were there?
4.
There were 4.
Thank you. Jennifer Berg says Emily Bronte, Pav. She died in 1848. That's knowledge there, Jen. That's some fantastic knowledge. Well done. That's a little fact that Jennifer's had poked away there. If anyone ever mentions Emily Bronte, I'm going to pop this little fact out just so that everybody knows.
That's as may be, but how is she on her battle stations?
Oh, yeah. How are you on your battle stations, Jen? Yeah, because poor old Stu had a nightmare of a question.
I crashed and burned spectacularly.
Jen says, "Give me a Bronte quiz any day." Let me have a look and see if there's a Bronte section. I'm pretty sure there won't be. That'd be pretty niche if there is an actual Bronte.
She wants to know what's a battle station.
What's a battle station?
Weirdly, there weren't any battle station questions in there. There wasn't about battles, but
yeah,
I feel misled by these questions. I did all the wrong homework.
To be fair, I can't. The writing's too small, Jen. I honestly can't. I'll tell you what, I got another thing here. Although I thought we might have a little game of play your cards right. Ooh, lovely. Ooh. Let's see if they're right. So we'll play high or low.
That was a weird Jim Davison impression.
That's a weird Jim Davison impression. I mean, I could do with our podcast. I could do a Jim Davison impression that Kerry's mentioned if you want me to.
No, it's fine.
Let's not do that. Right then. So we're going to play.
I mean, where are you going to get a sync from?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got that. I could probably fill that.
To be fair, that's what I assumed that was initially.
No, is that what you did?
It's like weird. He's drinking from his pee bowl.
It was going to be one of the things that I had there just in case. Because the first couple of hours I've been drinking cranberry juice. My God, it went straight through me.
Yeah.
It just kept going straight through me. And I thought, I can't keep going up and down the stairs all the time. This is ridiculous, especially when
there's a reason they tell you to drink that when you got an infection.
Yeah. It's like 2-3 in the morning. I thought, I can't keep like bumbling up the stairs. So I thought maybe if I empty that out, can I do it and broadcast at the same time without people knowing? And I thought, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try.
It's going to be that or your stormtrooper helmet. So.
Oh no, I can't do it to that. Right, here we go then. So,
right. Higher. Are we do? Hang on, is it aces higher? I can never remember.
Ace is high, isn't it? Was it ace high?
If it's aces high, then I'll go low.
Hang on, I'll tell. We'll ask. Right,
it's been a long time since I've watched that program.
Is ace higher or the lower? Can anybody tell me on Facebook or on any of the messages? What is the ace is high? Dan the man would know. Ace is high.
Okay, so lower then.
Right, lower than an ace, you say?
That's middling, isn't it?
Middling. Middle for diddle.
Let's go higher. Come on, let's live dangerously.
Higher than a 6, you say? Oh, nothing in this game for 2 in a bed. Something like that. That's not a very good sign, is it? That doesn't make shot out. You can have that one anyway. Let's have another go. Right.
A 10, lower.
Lower than a 10, you say?
Lower than a 10.
Oh, ace is high.
Ask me some more battle station questions.
Yeah, that's more appropriate. Okay, another go. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Oh, a 3. That's not a bad first card.
It's not. I'll go higher. I'm going to risk
higher than a 3, you say?
You flip a 2, I'm going to lose it.
Oh,
there we go. Lower.
Higher or lower than a queen?
We're going lower. We're going lower.
Queen, you say? Oh.
Finally. Let's go higher.
Higher than a 4, you say?
It's a
win. If you get this, it's a win. You got to get this one to win.
Ooh, lower.
Lower than a jack, you say? Yes! We got ourselves a winner. Well done. There you go. Hours of fun with jumbo playing cards. I got to see how do you I can't see how you can. How do you shuffle them?
You look like a burrower.
You're telling me I look like John Goodman, don't you? That's what you're saying. You're telling me I look like. Oh, hang on. So Jennifer says, I think the worst is Paula's ex. She's hideous and boring, but apparently is her real life wife. You need to explain yourself, Jen.
I was going to say, have we got a message by mistake?
Yeah. I think the worst is Paula's ex. She's hideous and boring, but apparently is her real life wife. Okay. Oh, Sutra. What does that mean? What is going on, Jen?
I think Jen was messaging a friend, dissing somebody.
That's my sister's text. Oops, indeed.
I hope Paula's ex is listening.
Oh, dear. You've got 3 windows open. That's not a euphemism, is it?
Dangerous game to play if you're going to badmouth somebody.
Oh, Jen. Jen. That is something else.
Oh, dear.
Well, that was that. I enjoyed that. I need to try and find an easier way of getting that sorted out. Right, before we have to say goodbye, tell everybody about your podcast. Let everybody know how they can come.
You mean they don't know about my podcast already? That's outrageous.
I'm sure they do.
Outrageous. All that work I do. It's a movie podcast in which I get a guest on, like yourself, to talk about a movie that they love. And until your second appearance, I'd been lucky and it had always been films I enjoyed. And then you struck.
Yeah, well, my work here is done.
But and it's just, we take the film, we talk about your memories of first seeing it, why you love it, that sort of thing, and then just see where the conversation takes us from there. And it usually goes off on tangents. It's basically 2 people in a pub talking about a movie they just watched, kind of.
Yeah. And it's nice and relaxed, and it is more of a discussion, isn't it? Than
it's more about your personal thing towards the film rather than not like Verbal Diorama, which does an awesome job of like diving into the history of films. This is more about, occasionally we do some fun facts we heard along the way, but yeah, and it's just a laugh and just a chilled movie chat.
Yeah,
or hopefully chilled. So far, nothing's come to blows.
No, not yet. But then, to be fair, that's because we're on like 2 separate screens. If we were in the same room, who knows what might happen?
No. If we were on Twitter, then
that's the point. Yeah, that is absolutely true. So and what episodes have you got coming up then?
We have got so we haven't launched any. We come back in February, so already recorded. We've got the Almost Famous episode with Jaylan, who was on your Rockstars episode. We got a Valentine's Day episode on Moonstruck. Got an episode on About Time, Star Wars Force Awakens with yourself, and then still to record, I've got an episode on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
Okay.
Which it's been a long time since I've seen like 5 minutes of that.
Yeah, I bet.
And got an episode on the Addams Family Values.
Oh, right. Okay.
Got the summer season planned. Just need to start getting the guests attached to it. So we're looking at doing the Superman movies from Superman the movie to Man of Steel.
Right. Okay.
So
what's been your favorite movie that you've done a podcast on?
I don't know. It's been quite nice when people have picked films I've not seen or haven't seen for years. So like somebody picked Battle Creek Brawl quite early on. Somebody picked the Bartley Marathons, which was a really interesting film to watch.
Right.
they're the ones I like, and I just like talking to people about the movies they love, kind of thing. Sometimes it's not so much about the movie; it's about the conversation you have. A bit like with your top tens and that. It's not so much about the top 10; it's about
the reasoning behind it. Yeah, I agree, and it's also I love the fact, especially when it comes to things like music or movies, there's a lot of memories attached to people's reasons why something is in a top 10, and the story behind that is more interesting than why they picked a certain song or why they picked that. That's the whole point.
Well, that's it. 'Cause if you're just going to sit and look at, like, Google the 10 best Kevin Costner films or something, and then just go with that, it's no personal connection. Whereas if you're a fan of Kevin Costner, your list will vary. Somebody who's like, The Postman's a bag of shit, and you're like, that's my number 10.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I was just talking to Josh from Just Films and that, and the whole Ace Ventura thing came up, and
your favorite,
my favorite, and that's the thing, is like, my opinion is that I don't think it's a good movie, and it irritates me and makes me angry, but he loves it, but it's all subjective, isn't it? It's what one man's one man's meat is another man's poison. Is that the
something like that? It's along those lines.
One man's nice thing is another man's poison. I'm paraphrasing. That's not the actual thing, but it's that kind of thing.
A lot of it as well is like when you first saw it. It's like one of my favorite Pierce Brosnan Bond films is Tomorrow Never Dies, because I saw it at the cinema first. Arguably, GoldenEye is a better film, but I will watch Tomorrow Never Dies over GoldenEye any day, because I've got that nostalgic attachment to it as well.
Yeah. See, I don't think I've watched a Brosnan Bond movie all the way through. It's just that he just wasn't my. I mean, Roger Moore is my Bond.
Yeah.
But I think that, again, it's to do with age. It's to do with that time when you became.
Yeah, it was more for me as a kid, because I was growing up. Doing that early 80s thing, so it was the Roger Moore ones, and then my dad didn't like Timothy Dalton, so we never watched the Timothy Dalton ones. It wasn't until I was about 15 I finally saw a Timothy Dalton one. In that rebellious 15-year-old, I'm going to rebel. I'm going to watch a Timothy Dalton Bond. And then Timothy Dalton pulled me back into Bond, because again, I had that weird thing from like 89 to 95. There were no Bond films, so for my entire teenage life, I had no Bond to gravitate towards. I had no Bond, and I had no Doctor Who. So the two British staples. I missed out on them both.
So, I mean, what else did you do when you were a teenager?
Exactly. Nobody appreciates the hardship I lived through.
Goodness me. I mean, Doctor Who and Bond, obviously girls weren't an issue. So if they weren't around, if they weren't all around, surely then,
What are you talking about? They were beating my door down.
I bet they were.
You're the Doctor Who Bond guy who reads comics.
They were trying to get out, were they? Is that what it was?
It's the trick.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Right, I'm going to let you go, sir, because I desperately need a wee. And I'm not going to use that bottle, because I've already said that, and people are going to start looking at that bottle even funnier than you did, thinking that was what it was.
Why is it glowing?
Thank you so much for joining me, mate.
No worries at all. Thank you for having me on.
And it's always nice to chat. It really is.
And you, and good luck with the rest of it as well.
Thank you, mate. We're nearly there. We're nearly
at the last hour, just you pressed against the screen.
That might be what it is. Cheers, man.
Cheers,
have a lovely time, and have a good 2-week holiday.
I will. Thank you.
Take it steady, mate.
And you. See you soon.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The wonderful Stu. Bless him. Right. I'm going for a wee-wee. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So we'll be back in a little while. Actually, I feel I need to toggle this off again. Otherwise, the last hour is going to run short, and I don't want it to run short. So if I toggle off now, then the next 3 hours will all be on the same one. So I apologize for that if you're stopping, but please come back. Look for the new one. Look for the new live stream, and please come and join in again. So I'll see you in a sec. I've done it again. I've done it the wrong way round. That's what I need to do.